So strap 2 blocks and then that pillow underneath your knees if you like it. I'll try to avoid anything on our knees. Let's start seated and let's have a seat on our block this morning. Bringing our hips a little bit higher. And again, we'll do a slow flow this morning. I'm just having a comfortable seat on that block, allowing your knees to fall open. Bringing your hands on your knees, maybe palms facing up. Maybe just closing your eyes, sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders stacked over the hips, crown of your head pulling to the top of the ceiling. Setting an intention for class this morning. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Continuing here with your breath. On your inhales, belly rise. On your exhale, belly falls. Filling your belly, ribs, and lungs on your inhales. Let it all go on your exhales. A few more breaths here, just like that. Belly rise, belly fall. One more full inhale. And exhale. Then bring your hands back towards your knees, palms facing in towards your knees. Draw your gaze up towards the ceiling, hands towards your hips, pull your shoulder blades down and back. Deep inhale. Exhale, round your spine, hands towards your knees, gaze towards your navel. Inhale, lift your gaze. Elbows pulled back towards one another. Exhale, round your spine. Few more cat and cows here, just like that with your breath. Inhale, gaze up. And on your exhale, press it all the way. Round your spine, trying to press your spine towards the wall behind you. Once more, inhale, press your chest forward, elbows back, and full exhale. Gently come back to center. Allow that block, if you're having a seat on one, to just come off to the side, just having a comfortable seat on the floor. Maybe rock your sit bones side to side, and just adjusting how it feels to come back and having a seat on the floor. Reach your arms up high overhead. Deep exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows wide behind your head. Gaze is forward. Exhale, round your spine. Elbows come towards one another. Deep inhale, open. And exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. Hold the shoulders nice and open. Exhale, tap right elbow towards your right hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left elbow towards left hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right side. One more time. Inhale through center. Exhale, left elbow to left hip. Inhale through center. Exhale this time, twist over your right hip. Elbows stay wide. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, twist over the left side. Inhale, back through center. One more time each side. Exhale, twist over the right. Inhale, back through center. Over the left. Come back through center. Release your hands by your side, sweep both arms up high. Release your right hand down towards the floor to a block, side bend over to the right. Inhale, reach up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Left hand releases down to the floor or to a block. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand towards your right hip, side bend a little bit further over the right side. Exhale, bend your left elbow, cactus your arm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your left pinky towards your right thumb. Hold that left arm extended, reach all the way out, long in front. Big semicircle rotation. Left hand down to the floor to a block, sweep your right arm up high. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your body so your right pinky comes towards your left thumb. They do not have to make connection. Side, sweep all the way over to the right. Right hand down, sweep up and over to the left. Hold that right ear towards your right shoulder and gently rise up. From here, release your left hand down by your left hip, palm facing up. You can place your right hand on your knee or just keep it on the floor or a block. Draw a big circle with that left hand. Does not matter which direction you start with. We're going to go in both directions. Give me 2 full rotations in each direction. Continuing to keep that right ear in towards your right shoulder. Deep stretch all along that left side. Reversing that circle if you haven't already done so. Very nice, Mindy. Release your left hand down by your left hip. Reach your head back towards the crown of the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall. And then draw your chin towards your chest. Rise up, drawing the nape of your neck towards your spine. One more time. Slow yes. Chin to chest. Lift up. Come back to center. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, cactus. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach. Arms overhead. Gazes forward. One more time. Cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Draw your elbows wide behind your head. Exhale, tap your left elbow to your left hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right elbow to right hip. Inhale, rise up. One more time, each side. Left, center, and then right. Slow and steady, warming up those abs. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Try to keep the elbows wide, chest is open. Back to center, over to the right. Back through center, one more time, each direction. Left, center, and then right. Gently come back to center, sweep both arms up high. This time, side bend over to the left, releasing your left hand on the floor on a block, right bicep to right ear. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand to the floor to a block, side bend over to the right. Inhale, rise up. We're going to add on this time. Exhale, left hand to the floor to a block, deep side bend. Exhale, bend the elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your right pinky towards your left. I'm going to be getting a little bit closer this time. Keep that right arm extended, draw it out in front, all the way around towards your right hip, releasing that right hand down. Sweep your left arm up high, deep side bend over to the right. Exhale, bend the left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate your left pinky towards your right thumb. Sweep that left arm all the way out, long in front. Gently planting your left hand back towards your left hip. Side bend once more over to the left. Hold that connection, left ear to left shoulder, and gently rise up, releasing your right hand, palm facing up by your right hip. And then bring your left hand, you can keep it on the floor or place it onto your left hip. We're going to draw those big circles with your right hand. Holding that connection, left ear to left shoulder, big circles. Excuse me. Once you get on that second rotation, go ahead and reverse that circle. Feeling that stretch all along the right side. Once you finish that second rotation, gently come back through center, sweep both arms up high. Need one cactus. Bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Inhale, rise up. Let me release your hands towards the tops of your thighs, and then draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Come back through center over to the left side. One more time, each side over to the right. Keeping the shoulders down from your ears, then drawing your ear towards your shoulder. Gently come back to center. This time, draw your chin to your chest, left ear to left shoulder, nape of your neck toward your spine, over to the right side, chin to chest. We're going to repeat that one more time in the opposite direction, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Drop back, nape of your neck toward your spine, over to the left side. Back through center. Gently come back through center. Sweep both arms up high. Bring your hands to heart center. We're actually going to find a tabletop. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. So if you would like, go ahead and place that pillow underneath your knees for some additional support. Wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Let's tuck our toes coming into bear. A little bit of core work here. Holding it in bear, and then hammock your belly, lift your gaze. Deep inhale. Exhale, press the earth away. So hovering your shins, always an option to lower your knees at any time onto the floor or pillow. Inhale, hammock your belly. Exhale, press it away. Gently release your knees out if they were lifted. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread it under and through the left side body, hovering, holding. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. So I'm sorry, Minnie, you might want to use that pillow under the knees. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach. My back keeps cracking. Inhale, rise up. This time, draw that right arm all the way under and through the left side body. Reaching that right arm as far as you can. Maybe gently placing your right cheek or ear towards the floor. Hips remain lifted. Your toes can be tucked or the top shoelace portion of each foot in towards the floor. You can reach your left arm long for a shoulder stretch along that left side. And also open up your left shoulder by binding that left hand around towards your right hip. To relieve some pressure from your knees and add some core work, you can extend that left leg straight back, just like a kickstand. Gently plant your left knee and your left hand if they were extended. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Gently plant it back down. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread it under and through the right side body. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, sweep, hovering, holding. Inhale, reach it up high. Exhale, this time thread that left arm all the way under and through. Draw as far as you can and then release it down to the floor. Maybe reaching an inch or two further once you reach it down. You can keep that right hand boxed out, staying just here. You can also extend that right arm long to the top of your mat. Hips stay lifted. To open up your chest, you can draw that right hand around towards your left hip. You tried it on the other side, maybe adding some heat to the core and extending that right leg straight back. Gently plant your right hand, your right knee, if either or both were extended. Inhale, rise up, left arm reaches high. Gently release your left hand. Extend your right leg straight back. Strong point through your right toes. Hips remain square. Exhale, round your spine. Crunch your knee in towards your nose. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen that right leg straight back. Rainbow that right leg up and over to the outer left hip. Maybe looking over your left shoulder so much that you can see your right toes. If you'd like to deepen the stretch here, gently draw your heel closer towards the floor. Feel that stretching sensation all along the outer right hip. Likewise, you can rock towards your toes or the ball of your right foot, gently rocking your chest forward to lessen that stretch. Try rocking forwards and backwards. Inhale, reach your right leg long, draw it up and over, directly out from your right hip. Planting the inside of your right foot onto the floor, tuck your left toes, and then gently press your hips back towards your left heel. Reach your fingertips out long. Little calf stretch here, and then just gently rocking forward. Shoulders stacked over your wrist, and then press it back. Just moving here, seeing what feels comfortable for you today. From here, walk your hands in towards your left knee. Great opportunity to use a block if you like by your left hip, an inch or foot or two away. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to the side of your right leg. Deep side bend over to the right side. You can also place that block in front of your right hip and reach your right hand down. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend, releasing your left hand by your left knee or hip. Deep side bend over to the right. You can keep that right arm directly up towards the ceiling or arch that right arm up and over past your left fingertips, drawing your right bicep in towards your right ear. Lengthening along that right side body. Let's repeat that one more time on each side. Inhale, rise up. Shoulders stacked over your hips, arms overhead. Nice. Exhale, side bend over to the right. This time really draw those fingertips long, left bicep tucked in towards your left ear. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release your left hand to the floor or to a block at any height. This time, draw that right bicep to your right ear. Really reach your right fingertips long. Inhale, rise up. Both arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward and walk your hands back out underneath your shoulders, coming back into that tripod. From here, we're going to just gently tuck that right knee under your right hip. Hold it bent and lift it, and just draw a few circles here with your right knee. Doesn't matter which direction you choose. Do about 2 or 3 in one direction, and then flip it in reverse and draw a few more rotations in the opposite direction. Gently release your right knee to meet the left. Maybe bump the hips side to side. Back to your tabletop. Option to place those knees on a pillow at all times. Inhale, lengthen your left leg straight back. Strong point through your left toes. Navel pulled in towards your spine, up to the crown of your head. Exhale, knee crunches in towards your nose. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lengthen that left leg back, keeping the hips square. Exhale, rainbow your left leg up and over to the outer right hip. Gently looking over your right shoulder. Maybe you see your toes. Maybe you see your heel. Maybe part or all of your left leg. You can rock towards your toes or the ball of your left foot to lessen that stretch. To deepen that stretch all along the outer left side, press your heel closer towards the floor. It does not have to touch. Hold it here for one more breath. Keeping that left leg straight. Inhale, lengthen your left leg all the way up and over like a big rainbow arch, and draw it towards the outer left hip, sealing the inside of your left foot on the floor. Tuck your right toes and then gently press your hips back, rocking your right hip towards your right heel, and then just gently rocking forward, shoulders stacked over the hips. On the next one, stack your shoulders directly over your hips. Walk your hands in towards your knees. Maybe placing that block towards the outside of your right knee, maybe one in front of your left hip if you like. Sweep both arms up high. Staying up nice and tall as you can, and kneeling. Exhale, release your left hand to the outside of your left leg. Deep side bend over to the left side. Maybe trying to reach your right fingertips over your left leg. Inhale, rise up, stack your shoulders over your hips. Exhale, release your right hand down to the block, towards the floor. You can place that left hand up towards the ceiling or left bicep towards your left ear. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Exhale, left hand towards the outside of your left leg. This time, try to bend a little bit deeper. Right bicep hugs in towards your right ear. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead. Once more to the right side, release that right hand down. This time, reach your left fingertips long, as far as you can, creating length in the left side body. And your left fingertips all the way to the outside of your left foot. Continuing to breathe here. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Inhale, rise up, shoulders stacked over the hips. Exhale, swan dive forward. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Walk your hands out. Gently drawing that left knee in, keeping it bent under your left hip, and then drawing a few circles here with your left knee. Reverse it. Planting your left knee, lower your left or right hip, and then come onto your bottom. Let's grab those blocks. Go ahead and place one block between your knees. Grab the other block between your palms. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Stacking your shoulders directly over your hips. Reach your arms up high. Draw the arms back out in front. Slow roll down. Think one vertebrae at a time. Tapping the floor. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Full head on the floor. Reach the arms overhead, tap that block or your thumbs. Inhale, reach that block overhead. Exhale, roll all the way up. Using your upper abs as you roll up, slow and steady. Do not use momentum. Try to keep those feet on the floor. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, arms come forward. We're going to roll back and forward one more time. Exhale, roll down. Using the lower abs as you slowly control your roll down, descending one vertebrae at a time into that mat. Once your entire backside touches the floor, arms overhead, gentle tap. Reach the arms back in front of your shoulders. Slowly roll, just like you're trying to peel your back off of the floor. Get to the top, shoulders over your hips, arms overhead. Gently draw those arms back out in front. Roll back a few inches, maybe at a 45-degree angle. The lower your waistband of your pants or your shorts is to the floor, the more challenging it is. We're going to tap that block over to the left, back to center, over to the right. So just a twist from side to side. Maybe that block taps, maybe your pinky or your thumb taps, maybe it just comes close and hovers. Do what you can. Try to keep those arms straight, deep core rotation here from left to center, right to center. Wherever you're at, one more time on each side. All right, let's use those blocks. Go ahead and rise on up. Set those blocks at a medium or low setting just by your rib cage, and then lower your forearms down and then lower all the way down. Set one block off to the side. We're going to place that block once again between our thighs. Draw your elbows wide behind your head, or you can cactus the arms, just not by your hips. Knees are directly over your hips. Point, flex, or relax your toes. All right, allow the knees to fall over to the right. More core rotation here, using the floor as a splint. Gently come back through center. Allow your knees this time to fall over to the left side. Gently come back through center. 2 more times in each direction, slow and steady. So think as slow as you draw those knees up. That is how slow you want to allow the knees to come down towards the floor. That bottom knee does not have to tap the floor. It can come as close or stay as far away from the floor as you'd like. Continue to engage that block between your thighs. Slow and steady, one more time on each side. Head, neck, and shoulders pressed in towards the floor. Back to center, still with that block between your knees. Tuck your chin to your chest, draw your elbows wide, they were cactus. From here, draw your elbows into your knees as you extend your legs up. Hold that crunch, lower your legs close to the floor to a hover. Exhale, release your head, neck, and shoulders, elbows extended. Draw your knees back over your hips. Crunch it in, elbows remain wide here. As you lift your legs to the ceiling, draw your elbows towards your knees. Hold that crunch, extend the legs long. Hold the legs out long, release the head, neck, and shoulders, elbows open. Crunch your knees in towards your chest, directly over your shoulders. Draw your chin to chest, elbows remain wide. As you lift the legs, elbows tap the knees. Lower the legs. Let's do that one more time, slow and steady. Deep core work right here. Legs hovering, shoulders released, knees over the hips. Crunch it in, elbows are wide, extend the legs, draw the elbows in. Lower down. We're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw your knees into your chest, release your elbows down. Still with that block. And then gently release that block off to the side. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. You can use a strap here if you like, and just rolling from side to side. Draw your elbows back wide, release your head, neck, and shoulders. Reach your right leg long towards the floor. It can be hovering or on the floor. Reach your left leg towards the ceiling. Also a great opportunity for that strap if you'd like, by placing that strap around the arch of your left foot and then just pulling that left leg closer in towards your chest, your shoulder. To deepen the stretch, you can straighten your right and your left leg. To lessen that, you can have a gentle bend in both of your knees. Continuing to keep your head, neck, and shoulders pressed in towards the floor. Maybe pulling that left leg a little bit closer towards you. Release that strap if you're using one. Release your left leg down to the floor and draw your right foot up towards the ceiling. That left leg can have a bend or it can be straight. If you'd like to use that strap, go ahead and wrap it around the sole of your right foot. That right foot can be at a diagonal up towards the ceiling or closer towards your chest. Head, neck, and shoulders pressed in towards the floor. To deepen the stretch, straighten either or both your right or left leg. To lessen that stretch, you can have a bend in both or either knee. While keeping your head, neck, and shoulders pressed into the floor, gradually try to draw that right leg a little bit closer towards your forehead. Keeping that right leg up towards the ceiling, release that strap if you're using one. Tuck your chin to your chest, elbows wide. We got a little bit more core here. Point your toes, so right leg to the ceiling, left leg is long. We're going to switch. Left leg up, right leg long. Wide leg scissors. You can have a bend in the knees, switch, or hold them straight. Trying to keep your head, neck, and shoulders slightly off the floor. They can be hovering. They can be an inch or two. And switch, just slow and steady, holding it for a few breaths, and then switching sides. On the next one, hold that right leg long towards the ceiling, left leg long to a hover. We're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch, all that right leg long. Left leg up towards the ceiling, shoulders hovering, hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your head, neck, and shoulders, draw your knees into your chest. You can grab that strap if you'd like, bring it around your shins. Be placing your hands around your thighs and just rolling from side to side. Send your arms and legs long, create a tiny arch in your lower back. All go. Bring your palms towards your hips. Walk your feet in towards your hips, planting the soles of your feet on the floor, knees up towards the ceiling. Go ahead and grab a block, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. Place that block on any setting, low, medium, or high, under your hips, and then allow your hips to fall back down in towards that block. Noticing how this feels for you today. You are more than welcome to stay here, grounding your feet into the floor. If you like, you can reach one leg out long. Heel can be hovering or tapping the floor. Did one leg, switching sides, seeing how that feels. Little opening of the hips. You can also extend both legs out long. Both heels hovering or gently tapping the floor, depending on how high you have that block. And then walk your heels back in towards your hips and that block, reaching one leg at a time up towards the ceiling, reaching your fingers towards your toes, point, flex, circle out your wrists, your ankles. You can close your eyes or just keep them open up towards the ceiling. Allowing your shoulders to fall in towards your mat, hips in towards your block. Gently bending one or both knees at a time, planting your feet on the floor. Once both feet are flat on the floor, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and set that block off to the side. Draw both knees back in towards the same shoulder. Point, flex, circle out your knees. And then draw the soles of your feet to the ceiling, continuing to grab the back side of your thighs. You can grab the outer knife edge of your feet. You can also use a strap here as well to place it around the soles of your feet. Coming into your happy baby. Lower back pressed into the floor, maybe rocking side to side. Gently rock back to center. Extend your left leg out long. As you reach that left leg long, release your right heel in towards your right hip, bending your right knee a little bit more, and then binding your hands and placing them on your right shin just beneath your right knee. You can point, flex, circle out your right ankle, wiggle your toes. As you draw that right knee in towards your right shoulder, avoiding your rib cage, and flexing your left heel. Maybe your calf touches the floor, maybe it continues to hover. Your left hand, gently guide your right knee through the center line of your body and continuing to pull it over to the left side. Coming into supine twist, you can place that right knee on the floor, on a block, on a pillow, or just have it hovering in space. You can reach your right arm out long directly from your right shoulder. You can bend that right elbow by keeping your gaze towards the ceiling or looking over that right shoulder. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently come back on to your back, keeping that right knee in towards your right shoulder, left leg remains long, and then releasing that right knee out from your right hip. Sole of your right foot falls anywhere along the inside of your left leg. Your left thigh, your knee, your calf. Using the floor as a splint for reclined tree. You're holding any tension or you don't even realize that you're engaging your hips or your glutes, maybe your right knee. Just try to relax it. Let it melt in towards your mat. Notice the deep right hip opening. Gently draw your right foot flat on the floor. Reach both knees back in towards your chest. Pulling yourself back into that tight ball, maybe rolling side to side. Moving back to center and finding your comfortable happy baby. Hands to the thighs. Hands towards the outer edge of your feet, with or without a strap. Maybe rolling from side to side. Gently rock back to center with that left foot up towards the ceiling. Extend your right leg long. Flexing your right foot to allow that right calf to come closer towards the floor. And then release the sole of your left foot or behind your thigh and bind your hands to your left shin just beneath your left knee. Point, flex, circle your left ankle, wiggle your toes as you continue to draw your right toes up towards the ceiling. Your right hand gently guide your left knee across your body and over to the right side. Supine twist on this side. That left knee can be on a block, a pillow, it can tap the floor, or it can hover. You can reach your left arm long, palm facing up, maybe bending your elbow for a deeper shoulder stretch. You're welcome to gaze up towards the ceiling, even over your left knee, or to deepen that stretch, you can look over your left shoulder. Gently come back to center. Draw that left knee back in towards your left shoulder, my goodness. And then allow your left leg to fall out from your left hip, bringing the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Anywhere along the right leg, your thigh, your knee, your calf. Allowing your hips to fall open and to melt into your mat. Gently drawing your left knee up towards the ceiling, planting your left foot, and extend your left leg to meet the right, allowing the heels to come towards one another, toes fall open, arms by your side. You're also going to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, or any comfortable resting pose. Begin to draw your toes in towards one another, clenching your fists, squeezing your glutes, and then drawing your shoulders up towards your ears, and then letting it all go, melting back in towards your mat. Finding your final resting pose for Shavasana. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bringing life back into your limbs. Draw your knees in toward your chest. And then rock and roll yourself a few times along your spine, as many times as you need, before coming up to a comfortable seated position. You're welcome to have a seat on a block or a pillow. Just allowing your knees to fall open. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee, gently looking over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your crown of head towards your ceiling. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand to right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthening the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper over your right shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Wonderful work this morning. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you, not just today, but each and every week, Mindy. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and weekend. Namaste.